Alright, here we are.
Oh,
Ghost Rider had laid
who are we fighting? The Hell Scraper,
Hell's abomination
I guess. That's what it said on the title.
to discover a route out of the infernal kingdom. It was time for Mephisto to play his hand.
Hell.
Ghost Rider?
Mephisto.
Mephisto.
Of leaving, I hope. If you want to leave, it will be on
Are we fighting Vengeance on the motorcycle?
I don't think so.
That'd be cool.
Listen. Blackheart's
I love the way Vengeance looks.
Oh yeah, no, I've always liked the way Vengeance looks. It's just like Ghost Rider, except like scarier.
beyond even my control.
Also,
Vengeance is a interesting villain because he's basically like Venom is to Spider-Man.
oh yeah,
Who
because
is Vengeance anyway? I forget the actual person's name before he became Vengeance.
I forgot his name too. I have the comic of when he becomes Vengeance. Like I have the comic. I can't remember the dude's name though. I just remember that like Venom to Spider-Man, he hates Johnny for some reason.
Rule number one. No demons on Earth.
And
This is a job.
and again, it's just like, well, there's certain times where like Vengeance will like work with Ghost Rider because something's really bad and it'll affect both of them somehow.
Yeah, it's basically just Venom.
Essentially. And there's also, I also have a comic where Johnny Blaze's brother or cousin also has the Ghost Rider spirit.
Bring her to me.
And
That sounds very fan fiction-y.
yeah, kinda. Oh yeah, you are fighting Vengeance on a motorcycle.
Cool.
It's good thing it's you, not me.
Cool. I really hope this isn't the final level.
Circle is your Hellfire Blast.
Okay.
And square and square uses your chain on your left, and triangle uses your chain on your.
Hold on. Let me do that one more time.
I got him, Mephisto. He just drove into a wall.
Oh, you can do it with the D-pad too. Okay, that makes things a little easier.
Are you moving with the D-pad?
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of misleading though, because like when you get on your feet, you can't move with the D-pad, but you can when you're on your motorcycle. There's a random spinning thing.
Oh my gosh.
I love how he just ragdolls.
Here, you go ahead.
Eh. Eh. Am I supposed to like beat him in a race or something?
I think you're just supposed to beat him. In general.
I'm hitting him. I'm hitting him. Drop it.
Just hold it. See if it.
No, it doesn't. I tried. Grr.
Hit him with the. Yeah.
Ah, I almost forgot to jump. It's so hard to see those gaps.
Yeah. This game isn't exactly HD.
No. Everything looks the same.
It's just everything is just a different shade of red. That's
Oh no. Oh no, don't hit the wall.
That's something I don't really like about this game is everything is just looks the exact same.
It's like a designer's version of hell. Ow. Ow. It's a good thing we upgraded our health.
Honestly, you would still have been fine because that's not a lot of damage.
Yeah, you know, for a boss, this is not doing a lot of damage to me. I'm still hitting him with these Hellfire Blasts. Oh, wait. Oh, that's in there.
Jump. Vengeance's one weakness. Fire.
It's just, how did you discover it, Ghost Rider? Epic jump that we have to see every time. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. I hate that spot. Eh. She's just like farting. Got him.
Oh, okay.
And then they kiss.
They
That's my
would try, but
fanfiction.
they would just rub teeth with each other, wouldn't they?
Well, you know, it's funny. There's a Ghost Rider comic that I have where it was this one girl who got the spirit of the Ghost Rider, and the front cover is literally of both of their skulls. Their teeth are just touching.
You made short work of
Just like, okay.
Does she have boobs?
Yeah, she still
Of
has
course she would, because
my will.
it's not like she's a skeleton or anything.
Well, I mean, look at Johnny. You can still see his pecs. Like
I
stuff.
guess that does make sense.
It's like when you get the fire around you. The fire makes sure to like form your body shape.
Or the rider.
I can just imagine though those two characters like kissing each other. It's just like, is this good for you? Might have to like raise the volume on that. I don't know if the microphone.
I might have to lower the volume, honestly. Oh, okay. I guess that was it.
Oh, we're pitiful on souls. Anything below spirited or avenged is awful. I feel sorry for myself.
Is vengeance not better?
I can't tell. I literally can't tell.
Oh man, that was That was 2 minutes. We should probably do another level before we end it. Then
We probably should. These are extremely short. Like, did it prompt you for a difficulty when you picked it? Like, started the game?
I think I saw one. I don't know what I picked though. I might have accidentally picked easy.
Maybe. Although usually games though they default to normal. So if this is normal, this is really easy normal.
It could be that I might have accidentally hit easy, but I don't know because
Explain why we're just fucking
Slam.
blasting through all this.
that's also a good thing and a bad thing because that means we can do more.
That is true. That is true. Keep all this comedy fresh.
We'll just continue this episode here.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll make them 2 levels. I don't know.
Are we on Earth now? Because it looks like we're in a bar.
Well, we showed up at the same place where the Phantom Rider was.
Yeah, there we go.
Rip, whoever you are.
Rest in peace, person.
Don't even have their names.
What if it just like on the tombstone it said like they were a person?
Remember in the movie where Ghost Rider could only be Ghost Rider at night for some reason?
Yeah, that was like a weird thing. Like it was like a werewolf situation. Like why was it only at night? He's supposed to be able to turn into Ghost Rider whenever he wants to.
I mean, yeah, the comic book usually takes place at night, but that's only because it looks cool.
Yeah, like a fucking.
But it's not because he has to.
No, that's probably how they interpreted it. Like the people directing and writing.
Kind of like how they did the Jonah Hex movie, where they made Jonah Hex able to actually speak to the dead. Remember when he did that in the Jonah Hex movie?
He grabbed some like dirt and like shoved it in the dude's mouth or whatever.
And it makes me wonder. That was during the time when you really couldn't tell if anyone directing superhero movies even read a comic book.
You know, it's funny, like, when I watch that movie, because I'm, like, Jonah Hex is, like, actually my only favorite DC character. I love other DC characters, but Jonah Hex is probably my favorite.
Jonah Hex is, like, in my top 10 best superhero. I hesitate superhero, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Characters of all
And
time.
with that movie, I watched it, and I was just like, first of all, it ticks me off that, like, they didn't even get his messed up face right.
They made him just a little kind of scarred. I mean, at least
And
they
they
got
also
the
make
skin thing.
Yeah,
kind of,
well, they
but-
also make sure to like Josh Brolin like make sure to like turn his head so they don't have to CGI or make up his face all the time because it takes too long. But like I was watching the movie and I was like, this movie would do so much better in this day and age. Like this time right now when
I
comic
would
books.
love to see Jonah Hex be done again, or as a TV show, like on Netflix or something.
Yeah,
but
they'd
I
have
wouldn't.
to take. Well, they'd have to take out the whole fact that he's racist, isn't he?
What, Jonah Hex?
I thought he was racist.
I think that would really depend on who the writer is, because if they wanted to make a dark thing that touched on that subject, they could, but I don't think he's usually racist in books.
Yeah.
I think that really would just depend on what kind of dark story you want to tell, because Jonah Hex is not a good person.
No, he's not.
But he's not a evil person.
No, he's just
He's a bounty hunter.
He's a bounty hunter, so he only cares about himself.
And that's why I wouldn't think he'd be racist if I were to write him. I wouldn't do it because I would think he would just be amoral, if anything.
I know a lot of people probably think he's racist because he was in the Confederate Army.
Yeah, that is a thing.
Which, by the way, there were a lot of non-racists that were in the Confederate Army. So, in the Civil War.
I don't want to get into that right now.
Well, I'm not saying there was a lot of them, but it was just like, you know what? Yeah, this is not Ghost Rider related. Let's cut this art. Let's cut this out. So how about this, Ghost
Jacob?
Rider?
Remember that thing you did in the Batman Arkham?
Shut up. that was taken out. That was taken out. I saw that video. I saw what you did. You did exactly what I asked you to, which was nice. You added a clown noise, which is what I wanted. But hey, cowboy man, why are there so many demons outside of your inside your graveyard? Aren't you a Ghost Rider too? Shouldn't you be doing something about this?
I will say though, if I were to pick the perfect director to do a Ghost Rider movie, it'd be Quentin Tarantino.
I could see that.
Or Clint Eastwood.
I feel like, is there like, would you say there's like anybody that's like a good in between with those two dudes? Hard to think of anybody that like
directing styles?
Yeah, directing styles. The only
They're two very extremes.
they are. The only thing, oh, you know what? Del Toro would do a good Ghost Rider. He did a good Hellboy. I feel like he would do a good
Guillermo
Ghost
del
Rider.
Toro?
Yeah.
I love Guillermo del Toro. He's like my favorite director. I think Guillermo del Toro should do a Ghost Rider movie.
That's what I was about to say. You know what? I think he would do really good. I think he would make Mephisto look really cool.
Mm-hmm. But I would want it to not be like MCU. I want it to be like a standalone movie.
Yeah. No, it would need to be, which would be really hard because that would be almost impossible to make it a standalone movie. Where's fire? I need fire. Oh wait, no, I don't. I have more health than I thought.
There's fire up top. I don't know if you can get those.
Nope.
Why does the thing shake every single time?
I don't know. It makes the earth quake every time he jumps.
Wow, you're getting real fat there, Ghost Rider.
Putting on some weight.
Even the cutscene couldn't handle it.
Oh, some new guys. Oh, these guys look cool. Blades. For
Yeah, I would say Guillermo del Toro would be great at doing a Ghost Rider or an Etrigan movie.
Oh, yeah. You know, that was one thing that I actually have the comic for. When DC and Marvel did their first crossover, and like a lot of the superheroes, like for some reason, like combined with each other.
Yeah.
I have a comic where it was Ghost Rider, Etrigan, and the Flash all combined into one person.
Yeah, you told me during the Spider-Man playthrough.
It was a speed demon. I was like,
Yeah, you were telling me about the Ghost Rider Professor Xavier.
yes. I want that comic so badly, but it's way too expensive.
I've been trying to find a way to read it, but try to read it online just to see the story, but I can't find it.
I hope it's hilarious. I really hope it's hilarious. Blowing demons up.
This is actually a really fun game so far.
Oh yeah.
Too bad I don't... Oh,
I
okay.
forgot to turn the sound off on my phone. I'm gonna do that when this episode's in. Episode ends.
I completely forgot what I was gonna say.
How great this game is.
Yeah, oh, if it wasn't for the fact that we don't know what the fuck's going on in story.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, we know. Let's just say it's loosely based off the movie.
Yeah, sure. Is that mine?
Yeah, I guess that's your turn now. Whoa, this is okay. It was the way the camera was. I was like, why is the saloon tilted this way? I was trying to think. No, that's a different movie. They also made Blackheart look. Did they? Well, I'm pretty sure they made Blackheart look very different in the first Ghost Rider movie.
Yeah. He looks nothing like what Blackheart usually looks like. I know he sounds like a Care Bear, but if you've ever seen Blackheart in the comic books, you know what we're talking about. He's got like dreadlocks and everything. He's in Ultimate Alliance and he looks pretty good.
Yeah, he's also a bad guy in one of the original Marvel vs. Capcom games, along with Thanos.
Yeah, Blackheart is one of the like most dangerous villains in Marvel Comics. He's just rarely ever used.
Oh yeah.
Like I see tons of comics with Mephisto as the main villain, but not many with Mephisto's.
I mean,
subordinate.
I feel like they could still use him in like, when it comes to Mephisto and Blackheart, there's really only certain heroes that could fight them.
I guess that's why they never really use them too much for like event comics, because Mephisto is good enough to be like the main villain in an event comic, but he's really kind of hard to write around for some characters.
Yeah, because you wouldn't usually see
exactly
see Iron Man fighting Mephisto, or who's another, Vision. You didn't see Vision fighting Mephisto for any reason, unless he was helping another superhero.
But I remember Mephisto in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. He was pretty good.
Yeah.
Where he was basically pretending to want to work for Thanos after he got the gauntlet, which totally makes sense that Mephisto would try to kiss up to someone until he could find a way to stab him in the back.
Oh yeah.
With that kind of power, because could you imagine Mephisto with the Infinity Gauntlet?
Everything would look like hell. Everything would be different shades of red, and you wouldn't be able to see where you're going.
I'd be lying if I didn't say I kind of want to see that. That would actually be kind of a cool event if they were to do that. Get Mephisto the gauntlet.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure I'm sure the first thing he would probably do is he'd probably be like, I'm gonna bring hell to Earth and the rest of the universe. That's probably what he's gonna do. Just take over the entire universe with his hellish army.
Just turn like all the Celestials, like Galactus or whoever, big guy, into like a demon monster version to work for him.
Oh yeah.
That'd actually be kind of cool. Now that I think about it.
It was also funny.
Get on it.
Do it, Marvel. Even though I know you won't, because your comics are subpar right now.
They really suck right now. I like a lot of the smaller books though. Like the Carnage series, pretty good.
I like Carnage, although now that Carnage is going to be in the next Venom movie, these comics are probably going to start going down. And
because they're going to get some of their top writers to work on them.
Top writers, and he's going to get popular, so there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, oh, I love Carnage.
I've always loved Carnage.
No, you haven't. You've only watched the movie. I like Carnage. I buy the comic books. And there's been several people I've talked to that have just been like, where it's just like, oh, I love Carnage, and they were like, oh, who's that? And I was like, oh, well, he was from Venom. He's like a character from Spider-Man. He's one of Spider-Man's villains. He was like, oh, Venom? Oh, you mean the guy at the end of the Venom movie? It's like, oh, did you like Venom? It's like, no, actually, I thought it was a horrible movie. They're like, oh, you thought it was horrible? You thought a Marvel movie was horrible? That's so weird. Like, yeah. Some of them are bad.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that'll just love the movies blindly, and I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I have no clue why either.
By the way, did you see the Black Widow trailer?
Yes.
I actually liked it. If I'm honest, I did like it. Actually, was surprised.
I only want to see it because of Taskmaster.
That's totally fair. I think I wish they did work on his look a little more, because I don't really like the.
Well, here's the thing.
shades,
Like,
but
yeah, I don't like it either. I don't. Well, here's the thing.
it doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look as good as it could have looked to me.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. He just looks like any other guy.
He looks too real. I guess that's the way I can describe it. He looks too realistic.
They could have seriously given him the same thing that they did to Crossbones in the Civil War movie, because they actually gave Crossbones a skull mask and a skull or whatever on his shirt.
Yeah.
They made Crossbones look like Crossbones, even though.
Crossbones in the comics looks actually worse than he did in the movie.
Well, yeah, that's totally true.
I think they actually improved Crossbones' look.
Yeah, honestly.
But Taskmaster, I just love the full skull mask that he wears in the comics. And they're probably, I'm just saying this right now, they're probably not going to give him his power. They're probably just going to make him a martial artist.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, in the trailer he was shooting an arrow.
Yeah.
And maybe, like.
That could be Hawkeye's arrow, for all we know.
Yeah, because that's another thing that, like, ticks me off. Because, like, there's a lot of heroes that Taskmaster should just be able to beat, but he doesn't. And I hate that they always use.
They always undermine him.
They always undermine him, and like his weakness is the fact that, like, oh, I didn't predict that. It's like, you shitting me? That's the lamest weakness I've ever seen. That's why he loses to Deadpool all the time.
Oh, he's just so unpredictable. I can't possibly just use an actual martial artist's abilities to beat him.
It's not like being unpredictable actually makes you a worse fighter sometimes. So
I couldn't possibly just take Captain America's skill set and beat the shit out of Deadpool.
yeah. No, he should beat Deadpool every fucking time.
I know. It's so... it's really dumb. Even though those two, like, always hang out with each other. Though.
Like, as soon as he... Oh, yeah, that is what he's doing.
It's like, huh, is this dynamite?
Oh, shit. It's like, ow, my head.
Ow, that slightly hurt.
That's another thing, too. I watched the death battle of, like, Ghost Rider versus Lobo. And it was funny because at the end of it, when they were like, oh, this is why he won, this is why he lost. Spoiler alert, by the way. Don't know if anybody likes to watch that. I know you do sometimes.
Sometimes. I just like it for the fights themselves. I don't really agree with a lot of them.
But they were literally like, yeah, Lobo actually had no way of killing Ghost Rider.
Duh.
Yeah. So Ghost Rider won before the fight started. They only pit them against each other because they both ride motorcycles. That's literally the only reason. But I actually really like that fight because I like Ghost Rider and I like Lobo. So
yeah, that's why I do like them to watch the death battles sometimes, just because they got cool stuff. Anyway, we're gonna end that episode here. Yeah, great way to end this Ghost Rider series by talking about.
Well, Ghost Rider. We were
okay.
technically talking about Ghost Rider.
Technically. Anyway, we'll be back.
All right.
See ya.